So in today's video, I'm going to redraft the 2017 Major League Baseball Draft. The 2017 Major League Baseball Draft has some players that have already made impacts to their teams, but these are some of the younger, bright future prospects in Major League Baseball. And in today's video, I'm going to redraft the top 10 picks of that 2017 Major League Baseball Draft. And that's what I'm going to do in today's video. But before I get into this video, a lot of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. So go ahead and get your life together and hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. Get your life together. Hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. And let's go ahead and get into this video with the top 10 picks. Now, with the first pick in this draft, the Minnesota Twins originally went with Royce Lewis. Safe to say they will not be doing that again. This draft had a few busts, and Royce Lewis has definitely been one of those so far, being injured for most of his time in Minnesota so far, and he hasn't been able to make much of an impact. He's not even up to the major leagues yet. But now their selection is going to be left-hander Trevor Rogers from the Miami Marlins. He was originally the 13th overall pick by the Miami Marlins. Trevor Rogers has shown to be one of the better lefties in baseball this year, having a phenomenal year in Miami this year. He has had a great year. This year he was an all-star for the Marlins while posting a 7-8 record with a 2.67 ERA. I act like the year's over, but it's really not. He'll probably have one more start left this year, but Taylor Rogers definitely, I think, is the number one overall pick. The number two overall pick is going to stay the same. The Reds select Hunter Greene, right-handed pitcher, who was originally the Reds' pick at number two. Hunter Greene is one of the better minor league pitchers that there is right now, and Hunter Greene is an exciting prospect that they are waiting to get to their major league club. Greene in the minors this year between AA ball and AAA has a 10-8 record with a 3.30 ERA. I could definitely see him making the team next year for the Cincinnati Reds, and the Reds already develop pitchers very well, and Hunter Greene has great stuff, that lively fastball that he has throwing over 100 miles per hour. And with the third pick is another guy that really is going to have a great future in Major League Baseball, who just made his Major League debut a couple days ago, and the Padres in this redraft select Shane Baz, right-handed pitcher who's on the Tampa Bay Rays. He was originally the number 12 selection by the Pittsburgh Pirates. He absolutely dominated in the minors this year, Shane Baz did. And he came over in, and kind of the forgotten piece in that trade that brought Tyler Glasnow and Austin Meadows to Tampa Bay along with Shane Baz. In the minors this year, 5-4 with a 2.06 ERA. We saw in the Major League debut that he did give up 2 home runs. Really one mistake. Teoscar Hernandez hit that one out, but I mean, that wasn't a particularly great pitch for him to hit out. But he did hank a slider right down the middle, and that hurt him a little bit there. But he still ended up with a win in his first start. The fourth pick stays the same as well. The Rays stay with Brendan Mckay. And Brendan Mckay is a guy who I think has some upside. Now, this is a two-way player, not close to any person like Shohei. But this is a guy in Brendan Mckay who I think has a very good future in Major League Baseball. Now, he's currently on the 7-day injured list in AA Montgomery. In 7 games this year, 0-2 with a 7.82 ERA, but he dominated in 2019, dominated in 2018. And this is a guy who I think they should definitely just keep their pick here in a redraft and go with him. Now, next up at number 5, the Braves select Mckenzie Gore, left-handed pitcher. The San Diego Padres originally third pick and is still in the San Diego Padres organization. Now, Mckenzie Gore has been a guy that has just almost been at the major leagues a lot, and the Padres honestly could use him right now, if we're being honest. Now, Gore, like I said, was the third overall pick. He's currently in AA ball with the San Antonio Missions right now. He's 1-3 with a 3.93 ERA in 12 games this year. And Mckenzie Gore has really high upside in the minors. 2019, he was dominating with a 9-2 record with a 1.69 ERA. With the sixth selection, the Oakland Athletics select Jo Adell, outfielder who was the Los Angeles Angels' original 10th pick. And Jo Adell is somebody who has a very bright future. Now, obviously, he's not going to be playing in center field. He's going to be playing in right field. And this year, it's not been great. 246 batting average, 4 home runs, and 26 RBI, but better than he started off last year in the major leagues. And Joe Adell would be really helpful in an outfield that is pretty decent, but they could definitely use a center fielder with Raymond Laureano getting suspended. But still, I think they could find a place for him, and they went with Austin Beck as their original pick. That hasn't worked out simply. With the 7th pick, the Diamondbacks originally went with Pavin Smith, first baseman who was out of Virginia at that time. And they're not going to be going with him again. They're going to be going with a prospect right here, Elliot Ramos, an outfielder in the San Francisco Giants organization. He was the number 19 pick by the Giants. And Ramos is almost in the major leagues. He's currently in AAA ball and 249 batting average with 13 home runs and 52 RBIs right now, and a 734 OPS. He has had a really good year in the minors, and I think he could possibly break next year on the Giants, depending on how their team looks next year with Chris Bryant, Brandon Belt, Buster Posey, all those guys being free agents. But Elliot Ramos is one of the prospects, one of the best prospects in baseball. Next up, the Phillies select DL Hall, who is in the Baltimore Orioles organization and was the 21st overall pick by the Baltimore Orioles. And DL Hall is one of those guys that is really going to help the Orioles in the future. In 7 games this year, he's been injured for a lot of the year, but 2-0 with a 3.13 ERA, and he's currently on the 60-day injured list right now. But this is still a guy that is very good, and when he comes back, he's going to be very good. The Phillies could use the left-handed pitcher, and thinking back on this, Adam Hazley's definitely not the pick here. If Elliot Ramos was still available or Joe Adell, they would probably think about taking him. At 9, I think the Brewers get somebody who's really good for them, and that's Nick Prado. He's a first baseman in the Kansas City Royals organization that, I mean, you could argue should have got called up by now. But he was the 14th overall pick in this draft by the Royals, and it's been a very good pick so far. It has worked out. This year he's got a 261 batting average with 33 home runs and 90 RBIs. He has had one heck of a year, and boy, could the Brewers use a great offensive player like this. They could really use somebody like this in a Brewers farm system that's not very good at all as well. And with the final pick in this redraft, we have the Los Angeles Angels, and they're going to go with New York Yankee right now, 16th overall pick, who was out of South Carolina at the time, and that is Clark Schmidt. They originally went with Joe Adell here, which is a very good pick. Clark Schmidt has struggled with injuries a lot, and has not really got a chance to show out on the Yankees. Now, he hasn't pitched a lot this year due to an injury, and I don't think I don't even know that he's pitched this year at all. But Clark Schmidt, yeah, he's a guy that would be very good for this Angels rotation. It seems like every draft they go with a pitcher. It's awfully boring that they go with another pitcher here. Other players in contention would be like somebody like Nate Pearson, Drew Rasmussen. I thought about those. But yeah, so that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed my redraft of the 2017 MLB Draft, let's go ahead and go over it again. With the selection, the Twins went with Miami Marlins left-hander Trevor Rogers. Reds stayed with their pick with Hunter Green. Padres went with Shane Baz. Rays went with Brendan McKay, stayed with their pick. Braves get Mckenzie Gore, a pretty big steal right there. Athletics get Joe Adell. Diamondbacks and Elliot Ramos. Phillies get left-hander DL Hall from the Baltimore Orioles. Brewers get Nick Prado, a first baseman, and Angels get Clark Schmidt. So yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. Like I said, if you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications. A lot of you that watch these videos are not subscribed, so go ahead, get your life together, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. Thank you for watching, and peace.